Hello everyone, in our today's video we're going to explore a Shopwise online e-commerce store. As you can see, that's the first impression of the homepage for this website and it looks amazing. First of all, we're going to explore all of the features from the header till making the checkout, exploring the orders and managing all the setup. Then I will show you how you can set up these applications along with that Sanity backend CMS. As you can see, there's a lot of things happening. This is not just a simple content management system. There's a lot of backbone of work which we are actually untangling. So apart from it, as you can see, if you just make it minimization is fully responsive for all the screen. As you can see, all the things is working perfectly fine. The link, it will be in the description so you can watch it properly, you can view it and make it done. And you can remember about that one Shopcart project which we made, that the Shopcart Pro at .reactivity.org. This project, you people liked it so much. If I just go forward, there is 1,000 people already, you people bought it, which I really appreciate and thank you for purchasing that one. There is 2 person who already providing the 5 star. This is a very good project, and this is more better than this one because this the upgraded version and happen to have lots of other phenomenal features. And first of all, as you can see, you can simply get that accordingly to the same similar price of the $30, and you can use that new year 2026 to get a 20% flat discount from whatever project you are purchasing from here, from our shop in that Buy Me a Coffee. Now of course, the project is not about that Buy Me the Coffee. It's about how the way it will interact, because remember, sooner or later we are already providing the source code for you people. If you just go in that free projects, you can find almost all the project segment have those free source code. We have the Baby Mart, we have the Shopcart, we have the Toulouse e-commerce. Almost all the particular projects is right here. You can just go and toggle through on the pages. You can see there's a lot of projects which is partially free. Our developers working very much to make it happen, to provide you in a very good fashion. So we're gonna also make it free, this Shopwise online e-commerce applications, if I get more than 100 likes of the video. So please to like the video and don't forget to subscribe the channel, because sooner or later this project gonna be in a public repo, automatically free. And for you people who are going to purchase it right now, this video gonna be working as a site by Bible, because I'm gonna show you how to configure each and every single segment, what kind of code you're going to have it after purchasing, and how you can initialize everything and go on. So first of all, let's explore a bit about the project, and all the respective links, it will be in the description, so nothing to worry. So this is our header. On the header we have our logo, which is perfectly fine. We have our product segment which will redirect to the particular product filter positioning here. As you can see, it's the loading data is loading whenever we are going back there, the pagination is happening. And then we have also a compare button where we can compare the prices, discount, brand, category, availability, and almost everything. As you can see, this is pretty legit. We have a category page where entire category segment is showcasing here. We can also dynamically handle with in a single category. You can see how that is selected. Then we have our contact section here to just pass the message, and also of course to pulling that contact we must need to go logged in. And then if we go backward at the home page, we have a very beautiful banner. You click in the shop now, is automatically related to that particular product segment. We have the super sale for him, and also we have the category segment, kids wear, accessories and footwear. If you click on that, it's gonna be make you resolution to go combined by on the particular segment. Then we have our exclusive product segment. Here we can go through, toggle through new arrivals, best sellers, and also the featured products, special offers. Every time whenever you are toggling, it's going to provide you a very recent load of data. If you just click on that any of the product right here, as you can see, we are landing in a single product page. And here you can see the breadcrumb from where we're coming from home, products, smart home. Then if you click on this smart home, you see there is this sum of the mingulation which happening because the product is 404 not found, but it will be there, is there. We just keep it for you to show you the design, that how the 404 page gonna be look like. You see how beautiful it is. So if you go back here, then if we see here, we have a very beautiful slag accordingly. Of course, you can see, okay, I think I clicked twice, so I just go back out of that particular segment. So I'm gonna roll back here, and then we can just simply click here and go by there. So now we have a particular flag to show the entire name segment. Then we have the rating, and this rating is legit. Whenever a person is providing the rating here, it's automatically not coming. It's also coming here, but will not access this because this is the base and root layer to do all the actions. We have an admin panel to do all of the tricks. The similar pattern, we can do it. And we choose Sanity because there is a lot of, you can use it nearly 25 GB of the free storage. So this is a very, very handsome package for us. And in the image, if you just toggle 3C, how the image is changing, if you click any of the image, you can have also a perfect slider with the images behavior. You can just go and toggle through. That's how it's gonna work. Then we have our add to cart setup. We have our this is the Shopwise choice. So how this, because this is the similar setup like the Amazon did here. You can see how much you save from the product about this item. This all data is feeding from our backend structure. The all data structure is right here. Everything working perfectly fine. Then at the bottom of that, we have the customer review segment from where you can write a review. And of course, you need to log in to go for the review. You cannot log in without, you cannot write a review without logged in. So now, as you can see, this is the single page segment right here. After that, below that section, we have the get summer deal where you can also click a banner segment and shop now. It will automatically render for the summer deal segment. Then we have our New Year sale. If you click on the view collection, we are landing with the New Year sale, and you can find all of the sale product. Like this product, you can add it from right here. From the collection, you can add whatever the collection you are choosing for. You can directly fetch the product. You can also dynamically add that product right here, and it will automatically reflect on this segment. Then below that here, and there is some kind of glitch you can see because this is running in local, but of course the link which I'm going to provide you, that Shopwise, I think that would be shopwise.reactpt.com. This is going to having almost everything to go through and go by, so you should not have any problem right here. Okay, this is some of the glitch which is coming only from the local statement. Now, after below the section, we have the feature categories where we're showcasing all the categories. I'm going to just reload that page here because there is some kind of error going on. Then we're also going to have that shop by brand. So perfectly align that. You click on the brand, automatically it's going to show you the brand and related product of the brand. So you can see how quickly and how specially it's working. Then after below that brand segment, we have our premium brand collection data, how many brands we have, the authenticity and the countries, about the country served. Then we have the premium service features, and also we have the customer, whatever they say, we have the messages from them. And then we have our blog segment here. If you click on that see all blogs, it's gonna directly take you to that particular blog section here in the blog page where you can see everything. If you click any of the single blog page, you're gonna land it through the single blog page, which is pretty cool. As you can see, fully features, even it's an e-commerce application. See the blog. This is fully furnished. You can just go by and make it happen to a real quick and very good design pattern. So you can also have the newsletter from how you can subscribe. Then we have that our Shopwise useful links right here. And by the way, all of those link is working. If you click on the return, we have the return policy where you can see all the return segment here. Like everything is working perfectly fine. It's nothing not static. That's gonna be having an action. You can submit your return request. You can read about the policy and others. So also if you just click on that, let's say we have for the discount properties, we can see the discount property value here. All things are properly paired up. We can also go with the about us, which is manufacturing, about the company's policy and others. So let's just roll back about to show something of that sign up. If you go directly in the sign up, you see we are using the Clerk authentication system, which is pretty cool to use for any kind of applications. You don't need to worry to manage your authentication and others. And we have several auth management. Either you can go with the GitHub, you can go with the Google, you can go with the LinkedIn, and then email address or password, or directly you sign in. You can see all three are available. So I'll go with the sign in. You can do the same thing at all. So I'll go with this account, which happen to have that admin access, so I can show you the admin dashboard and others. So first of all, after logging in, you see I am here in my local. Again, I'm saying this is just only this glitching you will find in the local, so nothing to be worried. The production build which I'm selling right now, it will not have that problem. And also the build which gonna be coming here, if this video just go get 100 likes, then I will just publish it right here for free. This version also it gonna not be having any problem. And by the way, one just simple small messages for you people, this entire project running the packages all are up to date, so no glitch, nothing to worry, all are up to date packages and entirely very structurable. Now when I'm logged in, as you see, this account has an admin access, so it has two menus. One is the normal dashboard, so whatever the dashboard setup, like he can see the overview here, he can see the orders, whatever orders he has been placed, he can see the address section, also the payment methods he used, so everything he can visualize from right here. Then we also have an admin dashboard where we can manage or perform entire admin segment. You can see, and all the segment, like entire programmatical diagram is fully responsive, so nothing to worry about it. And from here, we can see how many users we have, how many orders we receive, total revenue, like total products, conversion rate, average order value, and the manage users, view orders, analytics. Like if you click on, like every single data is going to be coming, fetching from the real time from our database via our API. Nothing to worry about that because everything going to be fully furnished legit data. So now this kind of data layer is going on. We have also the product review. When anyone is reviewing, you can see how this is gonna be applying right here. So let's say we can make a review and then we can try to see how those gonna work, right? So what I'm gonna do, let's say I'm gonna click a switch on user view. So automatically I'm gonna go in that single page data. So we'll go in a particular product. Let's say we want to review this, right? So if I click on that product, so we are now running here in this segment here. So what we can do, we can write review, right? So let's say 5-star and product, let's say product quality is good. Okay, so submit. We need to pass a review content also. So this is a good product with nice, let's say quality, just to pass in like that. So submit the review. So now as you can see, once we click our review submitted successfully, it will be visible after moderation, right? So what we can do, we can now go and do all other segment, all other fashioning property, like we can view multiple products and do other things. So first of all, if we go right here and let's see, there is a total reviews right here. If we just check on the pending, so it will just take a bit of time to be coming here because we need to reload the page, otherwise it will not appear. Or we can also particularly click on the refresh button. So now from here, we can now approve, reject, or mark pending. So I want to approve that one. So this is good. So after approval, it's gonna be approved. So review is approved right here. And by the way, you can also click this link and automatically you can directly get the source code and the link. Of course, it's gonna work in that purchase parameter also. So as the review is just getting marked as to be successful, so we're gonna try to go on that product. You can see 5-star mark is right here, and also if you go here, we have the mark and also we have that review segments. It's similar pattern. It's pretty good, very solid. So now we have a 5-star and we have a very good rating review, and also we know who made the review and about the review. Now let's try to make some adding property, right? I added to quantity here. Let's go back to our products. We're gonna add some more product. Okay, add to cart, and if we go in the Shopwise, we can make so many other parameter. I'm going to go with add to cart, and if we visit the cart, you can see the cart style. This is pretty amazing. I really love when I build that one. So from here, you can add a new address from the sidebar, but you can't add it because you can edit it from the dashboard. And again, what I'm saying, if you was looking that kind of error right here, you may have a question why the error is showing. That's the problem because I'm running so many extensions, a lot of other features from the local host. You're going to find it, but once you are in the live version, you will not feel that. Now we can see the total value, the amount here. So the order summary is of that value. Shipping cost is free. This is gonna free or not. That actually gonna deciding our shipment horizon value. So I'm gonna keep it as the home. Then let's go and place the order. So you can see processing, placing order, confirmation address, so everything it's gonna be, and it's pretty fast. So now here I can go either with the pay with the card, or we can make like the pay letter, cash on delivery. In both way it will work. But the good thing is that order is already placed, right? So now the order is placed. So as you can see, this perfectly gonna be saying a order items, which items I have. I have also a little bit dialogue of the shipping address and others. If I just choose to pay using the card, and automatically the processing inbound gonna happen, and we keep it only the stripe. But if you have any suggestive feature, you can comment on that, so whenever we are building it or making it public, we can attach those segment there, so you can especially have those data, right? So now pay now. After processing the pay, after diversing the pay and making things done, it will redirect to me that particular segment on the success screen. So let's just give it a second. You see the order is confirmed. We have the order ID. You can copy it and paste it anywhere. And we can also see the order items on the list and others. So this is the management. We can now view order details. If you click on that segment here, you can see now we have a proper because the order is not paid, because our webhook is just get like I think it's the maybe expire, that's why it's not working. But in the live it is working because we redirect in a different endpoint. But don't worry, it will be paid once it's gonna be saying that. So order is placed, and now we have to make the order confirm processing. So to make the order confirmed, we can directly go in the orders, and over here we can see there is an order which is placed, but here I can find that one is paid, but here is not paid. I think there is, okay, sorry, it is paid. So that's my bad. It's already paid. Webhook was working perfectly fine. I think we did a good job. So this order is paid, but there is no action is done. So that's only the trickery point, nothing fancy. So now if we click on that, we can now make that either is pending or confirmed. You see on the processing, like we can, let's say I'm going to make that deliver everything as it paid. And now let's say save the changes as everything done. Then we want to see what kind of scenario is going to happen right here. You can see everything up to date. That's scenario because till the order placed done, it's gonna happen something, some ratio. But now you can look at the design, and also whenever you are reloading that, you see how the way this is pretty amazing, the way it's actually loading and facing showing you the data. So this is your order which is already delivered, right? And you can see a very legit segment. If you click in the overview, you can see how many total orders you have, all the data related to you, not the admin, but you. And after that, if you click on that orders, now you're going to have your orders marked. You can make a quick view, which going to coming from the sidebar. You can go through the details, which going to directly land you to that particular page. Then we have your profile, where you can update the profile data and do everything. You can edit profile, and automatically you can edit and save your details. We have the address setup. We have our payment method setup. You can add your card and do other things. We also having the review pattern, where we are actually seeing what kind of review we have been done. If you just click on the view, you can also have a viewer to view that review setup and others. Then we have our settings to maintain all the settings like the email notification, SMS, push notification. We can manage all the preferences, as well as we can go through the delete account process. Then we have other parameter for the quick actions and so on. So let's go back to the home, and I want to show you a little bit more about the admin setup. We have the products, and on that overview we can now you can see we are not loading the product because we just skip it because I think the token is expired, so it's not loading, but it's gonna load. So you have also the business intelligence part right here of the more of the curve about our revenue and like whatever the part or the statistic distribution, how the way it's work. We also have the system monitoring as set point, from where you can just go with the health check, performance check, error logs if any error gonna happening, alert if any unnecessary account is gonna be happening. Have over here you can run the health check to find if your system is diversing anything. We also gonna have the sales report. You can see all the report it will generate here. We have also our user reports, like which user, how many orders they gonna pass, and also you're going to have the database structure to see what kind of product and other data is initialized, the project ID and the data set and IPA version, everything. We have our admin settings as well, so to go and make that like the notification, our security and all others. So let's go back to our user view here. So now this is the segment overall, the running applications, which is pretty much to be successfully aligned almost as and any kind of like e-commerce solution. So as you can see, I can see my profile, orders, wish list, and other parameters. So feel free to explore that in the live link, which I'm going to provide that to you. So now what I'm going to do, as you can see, it's running from a local host. I'm going to just cut it, like close it down, because I don't want you to be like feeding you data from this project, because now I'm going to show you after you just go and purchase that product, which is going to just you can make it from that particularly over here. You can just simply go and purchase. It's pretty simple to go. And if you also, there will be some other link like for the other parameter for the fourth wall, you can go and purchase the product. That's up to you. But whenever you're going to have the product, you just purchase it, then it's going to automatically download that shopwise-web.zip. So this gonna you're gonna get these things, right? So what you need to do, you need to you just need to unzip it, and after unzipping that, you just need to open it with any of your favorite editor. Let me, before I use that Visual Studio Code, now I'll go with the Anti-Gravity. Like I'm opening within the Anti-Gravity, and here you can see the structure, see the code, and see the diagram how that it is. So now first thing first, you need to be careful about that .env.example, right? Your first task, it will be to rename that one, and instead of that example, remove that example, should be as your own .env. So our first and foremost task, it will be to show you how to get that .env credential and what kind of credentials we are talking about. First of all, the base URL, it will be the way it is. Then we need to go to grab that our project ID, dataset, our API version. You can use any updated version right here. Then we need to also pass that Sanity API token and Sanity API read token. I think the read token, are we gonna using it? Let me check. Yeah, we're using for it to make it live data portion. We also have that next Clerk publishable key, Clerk secret key, and the Clerk sign in URL and Clerk sign up URL, which gonna be particularly these two URL. So these two, it will not change, but these two value we will collect from there. You can configure your own shop address, phone number. You can configure from the env. You can have the payment, and by the way, we're gonna also deploy it in that Vercel for sure. After that, we also need to have that our Stripe key, Stripe webhook key. We need to have also the text price rate. I'm gonna just keep it. Let's say tax, it's gonna be as a 0, and also shipping. I think Stripe shipping rate, I'm gonna just keep it as 0. Now I'm not gonna pulling anything right here, so it's gonna be just passing a 000 value, so it will not be contradict with any motion. Then over here for the admin email, now we can pass any value here. Like we can add multiple admin email. So I'm going to keep one email which can have the value to access the admin email, and also I think I'm going to keep it both same. So admin email and admin email. So both way I'm going to keep it same. Now the email host and others. So these two parameter, either way you can keep it or you can use it. That's up to you. If you want to configure your Firebase to go and do lot of other parameter, which you can do for sure, because we are happen to have that our entire configuration for that Firebase config, which we can do and use it by so far in a very better meaning of that. So right now, our first thing is that to go and explore, you can see we have only one package.json file where we have all the packages, and whenever you are downloading or you are receiving the product, what I want you to run the command pnpm, that should be update latest. So it's gonna install and update the latest version. But right now it is having the latest version. So I'm gonna simply run the command which is npm pnpm install. You can run npm install or the year install or burn install, everything gonna work perfectly fine. Then I also want you to look forward to have a command right here, which is basically, it is not there, but it's better. I saw it, so I'm gonna add it that one. So this is gonna be like to provide you a very good parameter. So that is gonna be make that we're gonna import that our one of that data set, which is gonna happen to have that our entire data flag. So this is gonna be the comment. I'm gonna just keep it for you, and I'm gonna also pass that whenever you're gonna purchase, you're gonna have that. Then there is a readme file where you can find every single details about the project. You can read it, and that will make you more understandable what kind of key features we're happen to have, what kind of tech stack we're having, our project structure, and so on. Then also you can click on the setup to show how you're gonna set up and how you're gonna do it. And in the setup guideline, you can see that's all our formula is providing right here. That's why I'm not keeping it in the .env. So right now, our first instances where that is installing, okay, it's already installed. So if I make that pnpm dev, and let me just open in my localhost 3000 to see what is actual things you're gonna get. You can see we need that publishable key. So we need that Clerk key, right? So I'm gonna go in the Clerk and I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna sign in with one of my Clerk accounts. So after sign in, how we're gonna go and formulate, you're gonna see. So let me see, I don't have any account, right? I'm going to sign up. So I'm going to sign up using my Google account. So from the Google, I'm going to choose an account. Let me choose my developer account just to go and sign in or sign up. So this is the account segment. Okay, it's making me signing up and doing other things. Okay, it's already I'm already signing up. So the sign in, sign up, gonna do the same thing, gonna do the same trickery. So I think I'm gonna sign out from there because as is already providing that, I'm going to sign out with any of the dummy account which I can really go and work by. So after signing in, I need to create a new application. So you need to create a new application to make these things done. So I'm going to make that as a, let's say that should be Shopwise itch.io. Okay. And from here, I'm going to access the Google, I'm going to access the Facebook you can add, or I'm going to go with the GitHub, I'm going to go with that LinkedIn, this 3 parameter, and create application. So you're going to fetch and create my entire segment in a proper way. And you can either, because all are installed, you can copy these two, that would be enough. But also you can go in the configuration, you can go with that API keys. And from here also you can grab each and every API segment. You see the two you need to copy. And after copying, you just need to go at the top and from, I think over here, just remove that and replace within this two. Just save it. And after saving it, as you can see in our local host, we should be able to go over here. And there is some more. What we need that we need a Sanity project ID. So to go with the Sanity, I'm going to go with the sanity.io. And by the way, all the link is available. I'm going to just shrink a bit here. So all the link is available right here. You can see you can just click on the Sanity.io manage. It will automatically passing you to that directory guideline. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to log out from here. I'm going to create a new account, which is going to be, it's already created, but I'm going to show you how you can log in and create a new project. So this is going to be, and I'm going to use my dummy account to go and access those. After coming in a Sanity, you can just need to create an application project here. And from there, I'm going to make that as a Shopwise. Let's say Shopwise itch.io. And I'm going to choose my organization and create the project. That's it. I created my project. And after creating the project, I need to have several things. First thing is that I need to get my ID, right? And ID is that ID, not the organization ID, but the project ID. This is the simple ID. You need to have it. You can see I'm going to make it bigger. So this is the project ID, which you need to copy, right? And after copying that, you just go right here and pass that Sanity project ID. And if you come over here, voila, you're having to have your application, but it doesn't have any product data. We have nothing to go by. How you can grab, how you can fetch the data? Remember, there is a file called the seed.tar.zz. This is a very expensive file. It's very heavy because it's having all the images. And by the way, it's also in the assets. You can grab all the products. You're going to have the category image, brand image, banner image, if you are looking forward to upload it. So you're going to have it there. But the best option is that just go in the terminal. Feel free to go look about your setup file. And on the setup, I'm going to go in the preview segment here. And from the preview, you need to go to choose this command, npx sanity at latest dataset import. So to run that command, I need to make login in Sanity. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to make that Sanity login, right? So login. And after clicking on that, you need to make login, otherwise it's not going to work. And you can search in the Google, like you can just search how to, or you can just say Sanity global login. So you can just global installation. I think global installation. That's it. So it will automatically gonna provide you the data how you can see simply you can go with the npm enp npm or with the npxy to install the Sanity. So now I'm going to go with the Google, and you need to choose the same account which you choose to create your applications, otherwise it will not go in impromptu. So we logged in successfully. Then I'm going to run my command, which is the npx sanity at latest, at then space dataset space import set.tar.gz, and enter the command. And what it's gonna do right now, it's gonna go and access all of the setup. As you can see now, no need to create a new data set. I'm gonna go with the production here, and what is saying line 29 indicates issues in the source data. Okay, Unicode replacement corrector. There is, and some kind of error bunch is there, which is the line 25. We're gonna try one more time. Let's see if it's really the problem. If we happen to have the problem, we can fix it. So I'm going to show you in real time how to fix that. Again, I'm trying. Okay, we are happen to have that error. So what I'm going to do right now, as we are happen to have the problem with the target file, I'm going to try to address a new target file, right? So what's the project which we have been running right now? I'm going to go and open the terminal here. I'm going to just paste that command, and from there the existing target file, which is that I think we doesn't have it here. Okay, cool, fine. So I'm going to enter, which gonna create a very basic implementation. So what is saying unauthorized, because I need to create now Sanity. So I'm going to just get a little bit of time to log in my own account. So I'm just extracting the new data, and sometimes it can be collapsed because, as you can see, we already like shuffled through several projects, so it can happen. But you know, the production grade there should be no error at all because all are fixable there. So right now it's downloading, like it's grabbing entire data layer, whatever data we have to use right here. As you can see, it's extracting right now. And what I'm gonna do, as you can see in that data layer of that, I think I removed already the previous one. So we can now, after finishing that, we can grab the new one. So okay, it's downloading. Just give a little bit of time to download all the assets right there. So data extraction is done. So I'm going to just go and copy that, and over here I'm going to just simply paste that. So okay, is it came? No, it's not came yet. So I'm going to just copy, and then because it's going to be a very big bunch of data. Okay, right now we are clear. So what I'm gonna do, I need to make login again because I changed the account setup. That's why I just need to go by to make the secure login. So let me try to log in again, and you may have to have some kind of error prone properties because you need to go and flex with those data layer and others, but nothing to be worried, everything gonna be perfectly aligned. And where you can also see right here what actually we are talking about. So this is our store. So let's go back here, and we can simply access our studio because we are now seeing data, because in our studio we doesn't have any data, right? So right now we need to have a particular logged in impromptu here. Okay, register studio, or add deployment, connect to studio to register the studio. Okay, we can go with that. I think okay, that's nothing to be worried. It's just some kind of authentication error is facing because we use the multiple account right here. So I'm going to just skip it for a bit because I'm going to show you later, because it's just recently I have been logged in with an account, so that's going to be clearing that data plan. So I'm going to now export the entire data from this layer to here. Now over here, as you can see, it's asking that user, okay, I think, no, not this one. I think I'm going to go and extract. Let me just check this one, which gonna implement the data, right? Previous one, it's gonna be exporting, but now I'm gonna grabbing the data from there, right? So over here, I'm gonna choose the production before we having an error, but right now we're not having any error and we are looking perfectly fine. We're going good. So right now, as you can see, we are devouring the data layer, and also we have that our project ID, and there is one instruction. If we go in the Sanity, I think, yeah, this account was logged in. That's why the problem was occurred. So I'm going to log out, and I'm going to just log in with my own account, which we used to make the things set up to be done perfectly. Now choose that account. Okay, so here is almost just extracting the assets. Okay, very good. we are good to go. Now if we try to go and reach the segment, okay, this is just happened to have a little bit of error. Okay, because we need to configure our key parameter and others, because image is extracting, it didn't find the data yet, so just give a little bit of time to finish all the extraction. So as the image extraction is done, so everything is good to go, we can look forward to have everything in properly aligned. Okay, we can now see the product as well, so everything going to work perfectly fine. So now let's go try to access our studio right now, as we are happen to have that. Let's just go click on the studio, and over here we are now loading the studio screen, and of course it can ask for okay, at development host, so we can check in the okay, there is the problem. We know what's happened. So let's go back to the Sanity, because you see in the Sanity we doesn't locked our, whenever we're gonna create from the Sanity right here, it's not providing you the actual segment. But if you create it from the terminal, it's gonna automatically provide you that fancy thing. So we need to click on that, we need to go with the API, got it, and we need to go with the course origin, and over here we need to add the course for that localhost 3000, and we need to allow the origin, and it's saved, and everything gonna be falling a line to be in part of. Now you can access the studio just to go and make logged in, and everything, boom, you are good to go. So click on your account which you are hosting directly to access the data. If you click in a particular, like in this way, you don't need to worry about the authentication for sure. So now we go in the shop management, in the products, we have all the data. Before you will see no data right here, because as you populate the data you can have it. Now you can enter, you can add a new product here, all the schema there, and you can change the schema. And how you can change that? See the Sanity data layer here, and from the Sanity you have the schema types. All the schema is right here. You want to change the product type, you can change it. You can change it, you can make it the way you are looking forward to. So now let's try to make a logged in. If you see if working perfectly or not, let's go create a login here, and we go with the Google, and we're gonna try. You see we use the Clerk, right? So nothing, we did nothing, no any other setup, no other OAuth configuration or others. Everything Clerk gonna handle. You just make chill, and at the first login it gonna little bit of a bumpy jumpy, how the way it can be turned on, but we're good. And you can see the admin dashboard, as this account is admin, because now this data which gonna be cleaned up once you will get the new build, because this data, this user data and the order data, all are coming from the previous project, because we clone that project. But whenever you're going to purchase the product right here, you will see nothing. It will be a very fresh project with no user, no other layer. You need to add your own user and do other things. So whatever you are seeing right now, this is just the copy which we got from there. Now we need to go in certain dimension here. The second term is that we need to create back to our, let's say we need to make a log, we need to make a payment, right? We need to clear our Stripe account. So let's go to make Stripe logged in. So let's go to make the sign in right here, and from here I think it will ask an authentication. So I'm going to just open my Google account here, and let me just select my own account. So that's it, and I'm going to just click to log in. So let me see if it's asking any permission or not. Okay, I think we will be good. No, nothing asked yet. No, yeah, very good. So now it's loading to directly in our dashboard. So what you can do right here, you can see you can similarly, you can just create your own application from there, like create a new account. It will automatically create an account. So let me create the name of that Shopwise that YouTube, because we're going to deploy it for sure too in the Vercel. So we need to configure every single details from there. So now, as you can see, all are working perfectly. I'm going to skip everything right now. Let's say skip. So we're gonna need a sandbox. So that's where we're gonna land up to get our sandbox from here. Now, as you can see from there, we just need to create our Stripe secret key. So click the developers button, and from there, you can click on that. Let's say from that event overview API request, we'll click in the API case, and we'll click to copy that secret key. And don't try to use any of the key I'm typing, because even you try, it will not be available, and it's not a good practice to type by so far. And now there is one configuration to go by. Let me check if it's happened to have there in the setup or not. So if we go and open the preview here, so right here, is it there? Yeah, there is. This the command you need to require to run that Stripe webhook. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna also make that Stripe login from my command line. And similar way, you can just install the Stripe in that, particularly in the CLI. You can search in the internet. It's very simple and easy way to just to go and logged in like install in the locally. So right now, yeah, this time we're gonna have a code. So I need to grab the code from my email. So as it configured here, if you configure within your phone number, it will send to your phone number. So pretty much similar the way the sandbox is working, and especially also the production grade, that's the same way it's works. So just some credential mismatch, so you can directly go and work with that. Now I need to choose my account. You can see this is particularly directly selecting from there as I logged in and created that particular test account. So right now, as we logged in, we can just simply run Stripe webhook key and pass it. So this is the code I need. So Stripe listen forward localhost. So if we enter, now why we are doing that, you can see the localhost 3000 API Stripe webhook. So if we directly go on that, let me just go app, let me go my API, and you can see that is called Stripe, and this is the webhook. So this is the responsibility. So this webhook is responsible to save it in real time. So I'm going to select that, and let me go to my .env file here, and over here I'm going to go and publish my webhook secret key. So that's it. Pass it. Done. So now let me go and try to create a particular payment here. So let me check in the transactions. You see nothing is appearing right here. So I'm going to go in my e-commerce application here, and I'm going to go try to make a payment. So I'm going to click and click. So I have that amount. Go to check my card here. I can add my address. Okay, failed to fetch address. Why this multiple times coming? Let me check. So let me check my home address. So home, and let's say I'm going to just add that row 29, 23, house 90, and let me just choose Dhaka state DH and add the address. Okay, failed to create address. Why we are failing? Because if you see in that Sanity, we need to have a particular permission here. To get the permission, we need to access the tokens here, and from the token we will create two tokens. One, it will be the developer token. Keep the name as developer, select the developer mode and save. So after saving that, you need to copy that token, and after copying the token, I'm going to go in my Sanity API token here and paste it right here. And then I'm going to create another token, which I'm going to give a read token. So this will be a viewer permission, save it. And then I'm going to happen to have this. So just paste it. And now I have my two token. Now, if I go come back right here, and if we try right now, you see nothing, no error here. So let me just check as a home address. And here, let's say road. Okay, so the road and the Dhaka and DH. Add address. So now it's gonna save address, and where actually the address is saving, if you go in that user management, you can see the users, and users is not directly here, but you can see the user address. So when you are looking forward, like we are happen to have that user addresses right here, we can see the user ID. This is the ID from Clerk, because our user is maintained using the Clerk, and this user address is not coming because the Clerk, even I have the similar name, but my Clerk user ID is coming from different, like a new fresh user. So it's not matching with my previous account user. That's why we're not getting it. So this is simple, the way we can really trick out to make things done in a proper motion. So let me go here and try to place order. And as you can see, confirming email, clearing the card, everything good to go. We can just make with the payment layer here. So now everything is processing, so we are good to go. Let me just try photo, and let me try wait 1 2 34 1, let me say 1 2 3, and make the payment. Now, once we did the payment, you can see my webhook. I can now check all the actions, and there is no error. You can see everything working perfectly. So after payment, if we receive the payment perfectly, we will be loading in our order confirm button. So now here, if we just need to reload, of course, because this is a real-time payment is coming here. So now after you expand, you can see the $68 payment is done. You can expand it to see from where it generated and who purchased, and however the details, you can grab it. Now you can see you have everything right here. Now if you go here, we can just check our like that order is confirmed, processing, and doing the other things. I'm going to just open my dashboard from here, and over here I want to see my orders, right? So this is a new fresh orders which is paid. If I just go and make that list is shipped and save, so the order is going to ship. And here on the user perspective, if you go to check the view details, you see order confirmed, processing, shipped status is going on. Now if we go and make things done, let's say the order is delivered, so everything good to go. Not the cancelled, but the delivered. So save changes, and let me go in my user account, and here you can see real-time accessing things like order delivered and did all the other things. So now you can also view all orders to the all other parameter. You can do all the things which previously we have been done. So right now, how we can deploy it in Vercel. So before deploying, I want to check one more thing is that you need to make that, let's say, PNPM build. So PNPM build or NPM run build or do other things. So you're going to have a checkpoint how you can toggle through. Now, before passing by, what you need to do is that you need to create a GitHub account, right? So in that way, you can have an account segment, how the way you can make things done in a pretty decent way to make the account segment. And I think there is a bit of slight changes I'm going to make, of course, but I don't think to make any changes. As you can see, everything done. Our build system is perfectly done. So over here, you need to create a repository right here. So to create the repository, I'm going to go in my own GitHub account. I'm going to create a new repository where I'm going to host my all the code. And over here, I'm going to make that Shopwise and let's say YouTube. And I'm going to make it as a private because my credentials going to be passing by. As you can see over here, we have the git ignore, and I love to pass the credential because as the repo is private, so nothing to be worried about, so it's going to directly pass that. So now I created my own create a repository. Now I'm happen to have one account. So my first thing is that you can connect, because if we check on the git status, this is not connected with any repository. Git status, you can see it's fatal, so nothing is connected here. So what you can do, you can just go access your git remote to access that one, but it will not work because the way I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna use my terminal here. I'm gonna use that one which I'm using. So I'm gonna use my GitHub desktop to clone my repository, and that one is the Shopwise, because in the terminal I have my several other account which is set already. I don't want to revoke that. So why this is the one gonna be clone it, and after cloning that one, I'm gonna open the Visual Studio Code right here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close everything. As everything working perfectly fine, I'm gonna remove that node next and the node modules. I'm gonna just delete that, and I'm gonna just after deleting, okay, no cancel. So after deleting everything, I'm gonna select all and drag it here. So it's gonna copy the folders and everything right now within my own repo. So right now we can just follow through this pattern. So from here, as you can see, everything coming here. Let's say project published. Now you need to follow the same pattern. Okay, there is what is actually saying. Let me check. So if we go project publish, the following files are okay. This is gonna be a haphazard because the file which we use the target is getting bigger. I'm gonna remove that because you don't need to require that file anymore, because as you did the job, right? So I'm gonna just publish that one without this, because after setting the data, you have nothing to worry, you have nothing to get from there. So that's it. So what I really need now, this is .env credential, right? So all the credentials I'm recording right now before deploying in Vercel. So I'm going to just select all and click the copy button here. Now over here, I'm going to happen to have my all the data layer. So that should be coming right here. You can see everything right here, all working perfectly. Now I'm going to go in my Vercel account. If it doesn't have a Vercel account, you can just simply make it by using your Google account. I'm going to click in add new button and a new project here, which is going to initialize a new project. And as you can see the Shopwise YouTube here, I'm going to import it, and from the environment variables, I'm going to pass all the variables here, right? Now, two things I need to change. First one is that I'm going to go in that particular here, right? And over here from the developer menu, I'm going to click on that developer settings, or I'm going to click on the webhooks to see the webhooks. I need to add a destination here. So let me click to, because I need to get that webhook, right? So that would be Clover, and the destination, what kind of actions I am looking forward. Let me just see in my webhook. Over here, I have two, what kind of actions I'm looking forward to happen to listen. So let me just trigger, that is the one. Checkout session completed. So this is the one I'm triggering for. So I'm going to search checkout session completed. That's it. And continue. And after that, webhook endpoint, the endpoint going to be the endpoint. We cannot provide the endpoint right now because it doesn't have an endpoint. So first we're going to deploy it, right? So to do that, I'm going to deploy it with the current setup, current whatever webhook we are passing in the locally, and then we're going to moving forward to. So let me just deploy it. Then I need to capture our published URL so that we can get the endpoint and make the webhook. Now it's gonna take a bit of time to deploy and to do all other formulations to make these things. And if you're still with me, do like the video and subscribe the channel. And as you can see, if you follow the same guideline, the same setup at the end of the video, or after, if you happen to have the code, you can do all sort of things. And right now in the premium version, you will find the video, the link in somewhere here. I'm going to attach that, and also whenever it's going to be free, you're going to find that too. I'm going to provide that for you. So now, as you can see, it just starts building, fetching everything. Just provide a bit of time to finish its job. So now it's collecting all the workers data, and as you can see, everything fine fresh. So all the build, there is no build error. For sure, once you're going to deploy, everything going to work perfectly. You can modify the layer, you can do your own job to fulfill your regiment. That's up to you. But whenever I'm going to pass the data to you when I'm selling, that should be perfectly done. So let me go in my Shopwise YouTube here. As you can see, we have the link to go and fetch and see our website to be done. You can see, okay, it should work. Okay, cool. That's everything good to go. Now I need to copy that link. There is a two places you need to go. The setup. First one is that over here, the course origin. Remember to put it right, because if you come here and if you just make one more things, which I'm saying, empty cache and hard reload, your data will disappear. It will be it's still there. Okay, that's a perfect combination of caching. Oh my god, Next.js is doing a lot of things to make caching data, but it will disappear sooner or later. But best thing is that keep it here, allow origin, and save it so it gonna exercise those layer. Now I'm gonna go in the dashboard here. Now I need to put an endpoint. So webhook endpoint, continue. I need to provide the link here. So that will be the link. And after that, I need to go with the .env credential here. And I'm gonna it's only here. So I'm gonna go to grab, not in the env, but setup here. So in the setup, I think I need to search for the webhook. So let me just check. Yeah. So that should be API stripe webhook. So this 3 line I need to copy and here pass it. So this is gonna be my webhook copy, and I can pass that, let's say Shopwise YouTube. So that would be trigger YouTube. And let me go create the destination. And after creating destination, I'm going to happen to have a key here. So I'm going to copy that key. And after copying that, I'll go in my dashboard here. I'm going to go in my settings. And from the settings, I'm going to go in my environment variables right here. And on the environment variables, remember, I have that stripe webhook, which I want to add it. I want to duplicate. I want to pass the value right here. So this is my key. Save it here. And also I need to pass one more thing, which gonna be, as you can see, we are happen to have our Stripe public base URL. So I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna add a new environment variable. So that would be the client key. Instead of this one, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pass my current one, which is the Vercel one. So let me just copy and I'm gonna pass the value here. That's it. So now we're going to track through it. And also I'm going to do check one more setup before going by. So let me just check in the Viz URL where actually, no, it's not heading here. So I think it's a duplication right here. Okay, like that. So now for the success URL, yeah, that's good. So now I'm going to redeploy my account project here. So redeploy again. Now it's gonna formulate everything to do the best sort of things to make it happen in a perfectly aligned way. So I'm gonna go and check my deployments and give a little bit of time to finish deployment again, because after deployed, we can now will be access to see all sort of actions. So now the deployment is done. Everything looks so cool. I'm going to go in my base layer. Let me go in the overview and I'm going to click on my link here to view the setup. So now everything looks good. And this, I'm going to go try to log in to see if everything actually working or not. So I'm going to use the similar account to go by, which is going to be a pretty simple and easy way to go. So continue here. And after continuing the parameters, so now we should be able to land here. And after that, let me just go make an add to cart here. And after adding to cart, I'm going to go to check right here. Okay, delivering address, which is picking up from my account details. So place order. Okay, we are cool. Creating order created. So now we can go with the pay with the cart. So now as it's processing, we can go and initially pay in card using the live feed. So let me go and make that 123 and providing the name, enter. So now everything is processed. So all the things going to work perfectly. And after successful payment, it should happen to be paid for sure. And now you can see order is confirmed, payment verified. If we just see our view order details, you can see payment is paid. Okay, cool. I'm going to go make another order, but this order going to be different. So I'm going to make this one, this two, I think enough for me. So I'm going to go with place order. And after placing order, I'm going to go to make pay later, cash and delivery. Let me try. You can see order confirmed. So now processing that. Okay, it's good to go. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to access my admin dashboard from there to access the data layer here. So in the admin dashboard, we can now track through the two orders. One is the payment is done. You can see the confirmed but not yet paid. So whatever account is paid, I'm going to make it as delivered. And after that, save changes. So it's done, right? And whatever account is confirmed, like the payment is not confirmed, you can see the pending. So I'm going to just make that processing just to see what kind of reflection is going to happen in the user perspective. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go, you can see it's processing. But if you see in the other one, which is already paid here, you can see the quick view is already paid and delivered. So I can now go in the quick view and also we can just view details. So go through the details here. And from the details, we can see the payment is pending. Now you can also pay now, even if the order is payment in the motion, you can do things to make the payment done in a pretty decent way. So now this is pretty cool, pretty legit, and though it's very nice and impromptu. So this is the live version right here, which is actually deployed in Vercel in front of you and is working perfectly fine. Now, the good thing is that all the details here, the value here, you can see the value, only the English language is supported. If you put in the currency here, that's what I forgot to show you. If we just put in the euro, it's gonna change in real time. And that currency is not any Humpty Dumpty currency, it's the legit currency. Actually, we are targeting through the API to grab the data perfectly. So now this kind of things, you can get it pretty decent way. So I'm gonna go with the value here. You can see you can refresh every time to get the updated value from the API. And also if we search from the iPhone, let me see. Okay, it's working. Good, good. So now we can see the actual value. You can also try the value here for the rider review. Let me see. Okay, best phone. Okay, best iPhone ever. And I like it. Submit the review. So after submitting the review, it should appear here. So this is the iPhone 1, which we are reviewing right now. So I'm gonna go in my admin here and we're gonna go directly in that products. I think it will be appearing in the review segment. Where is my review here? So overview, users, product reviews here, and that is the review. So I'm gonna make it as an approved review. So this is approved, quite good. And after approval, so as we did it pretty decent way, so let me just go in my particular account segment. Let me try to, okay, you can search here. So iPhone. Okay, if we check, I think our review is done. Very good. We can write another review to go by, which can be perfectly good. You can also exercise not to particularly give 2-3 times review for a single person. That's up to you. And also in the admin dashboard, we can have the access there. Also, if you go directly in your Clerk, you can see the users. Now you can manage users from here. You can delete the account. You can mix, even you delete the account there, but there will be a tracker in our Sanity by which we can track if the user is available or not. Because as you can see, we can manage all the users right here. And how we can manage the orders and others. If you go in the orders, admin can delete all the orders and perform all the actions. You can see I'm just deleting everything. I'm just cleaning my application, right? So also if we go like let me see, I'm just an I'm a user, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in my addresses. I can also delete my addresses and do other things, like whatever I want I can do and perform. Like this gonna be exercising in a particular ratio. I can make things done in my own way, which is perfectly battered in a good positional way. So this is how you can entertain your own project structure. And by the way, if you just see this video is getting more than 100 likes, you can find this project somewhere over here, right? If you just go here, you can just toggle through in the e-commerce, you can find it somewhere here. So you can having all the links right here to go and do the things. And there is one more things to introduce for you people, because we are going to support nearly 25 developers in this year of 2026. So here you can how you can support in our channel, especially to make the dominance. Like whenever anyone pay for the supporting things, you can see the value, it will be right here. You can toggle through to get your own price value. And you want to see our campaign is to just to to get around $5,000 to support around 25 developers, to fix it some of the issues. There will be already all the work is done, so the registration form, it will be appearing within the next week, where any developer can register for the amount, and if it's applied or applicable, then we're going to make a raffle draw to provide the money for help the 25 developers in this year of 2026. So it's up to you. Either if you're a developer looking for funding, you can fulfill the registration. So this registration gonna be coming within next week, or it will be like after 25 of January. So you're gonna find the tab here and you can make register for the payment. Or if you are looking forward to pay or donate for these particular instances, either you can go buy me a coffee. If you're a user in Bangladesh, you can send that using Nagad or Bkash. This up to you. There's just a simple mechanism to just help the people or help the community, to build the community in a very good perspective manner. So whenever you are sending, please say something about that, like what's the purpose you are, because normally people are sending money for me, but if you are sending for the campaign, please do mention the campaign, which directly after paying within the 24 hours, your name gonna be right here. If it's not appearing here, or if you don't want to make it appear, let me know. You can contact with my email, or all the details is just right here to be contacting with me or sending me any messages. So this is just the motion which we started, and hopefully we can make it. We can help that 25 developers which we're looking forward to at the fall of this 2026. Now, of course, if you are looking forward to help us to build so many amazing project, feel free to purchase this if you're looking forward to start your business. And please do like the video, as it's gonna reach within the 100 likes. It will be officially applicable for the public version, and you can find it right here on the free projects. Automatically it's gonna appear here. As you can see, almost all of the projects which we are selling right now is right here. So this up to you. So all the best. Try to, if you are already purchased that, this video is for you. If you are having any questions, you can simply pass it to me and I'm gonna jump right back to help you out. So all the best. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you in next one.